Hello everybody and welcome back to the farm after what was an incredibly rough night. There's no other way of putting it. Very, very rough. But I think, from what I can see, there's not much damage at all. The power lines are still up, trees are still up, and actually, from standing here, I can't see anything at all which has been affected, which is surprising because it did get very, very rough, very windy, and also the rain was quite persistent as well. So let's just go make sure everything's okay down here. I did put Bob in the open-fronted sort of Dutch barn, so I think he will have been okay. Seems to be intact, I would say. All looks good. Ah, the cement mix is blown over. That doesn't really matter too much. Yep, Bob is happy. No damage in here. Oh, the jumps have blown over. I was kind of expecting them to go though. Yeah, it seems. Oh, my bales. The bales are still there too. Have they blown over? Can't tell. They might have slipped a little bit. Can't remember if it was already like that. Well, overall, there really is nothing significant as far as I can see. Just as long as I don't walk around a corner and see some horrendous damage, because that would be not good. Let's just see. Even this is all okay. Well, I think we can quite safely say then that Storm Dennis has not really delivered too many bad things, which I'm very pleased to hear. Oh no. Dennis. Right, okay, well, as it is quite an important day, I suppose I should take a look. He could have damage, I suppose. Daggerwin, come quickly. He must have that saved, that message. He just sends the same thing over and over again. Well, as it has been very, very rough, I will go over there because he could have some significant damage just because I've got nothing here. I think that could just be luck. I'm very lucky though, although I have had my fair share of very bad luck over at Letton. So, yeah, that flood damage really couldn't have been any worse. Completely flattened everything that I owned, including all my machinery. I just lost everything. So yeah, luckily, no floods today, and that is the storm. The storm is gone. So until the next one, we are safe. But I never really had any kind of worry about flooding because we are so much higher up here. My farm is, well, as you can see, we're going downhill. It's on the top of a small hill. Dennis could flood. He's much lower down. Let's just hope he hasn't flooded, but I doubt it because, well, we're almost at Dennis's now and I can't see any flood water at all. So what's he going to have to say to me? Is he going to have, I don't know, a small branch on his driveway which he wants picking up with one hand and moving? I don't know. We'll soon find out. Or does he have some kind of significant damage? I hope he doesn't, because he has been very helpful to me. Right, where's his turning? I always forget where his turning is. It's somewhere here. There we go. Yep, quite wet up here. He needs to really get this track redone. It's getting even rougher. Okay, so yeah, no trees down, no trees across anywhere as far as I can see. Let's just have a look around the corner. Nothing blocking the track. No, okay, right, well, we'll go and see Dennis. I would imagine he's in his house. He usually is. Right. What's happened, Dennis? Did Storm Dennis put the wind through you?
Just go up to the farm. Oh, it's really bad.
Really? What, seriously?
Just take a look. I think I'm gonna have to sell up.
What, it's really that bad? What could have happened? What could have possibly happened? A tree? Okay, this is concerning. Hope this isn't a practical joke. I can see his shed and I can see his trees. So bad that he needs to sell the farm. I don't think so. There's a shed, there's a tree. What's he complaining about? The plough? Right. Okay. Okay, I take that back. It's bad. So what has actually happened here? A tree has come down, and his shed, I'm guessing his, I'm guessing the frame was rotten or something. It's collapsed on one side. Oh no, and I left the tractor in there. Has it actually not hit it. It hasn't hit it, has it? But, yeah, it's obviously knocked some things off the wall. I think, actually, he's done very well. He's very lucky. Yes, he has effectively lost a shed, though, and a tree. Right, okay. So, yeah, that's not good. He has sustained some damage. Everything else, though, is that okay? Or is there something more? Maybe there is something else which he is talking about. Seems okay. The sheep are happy. Right, okay, so yeah, that isn't good. He has actually had quite an expensive collapse there. I'm amazed. I can't believe that's actually gone down. I suppose because it's open-fronted, it's acted as a sail, and the wind's got into it and just mangled up the framework, and the tree didn't help. Okay, well, I'm going to go back to Dennis, and I'm just going to basically offer my services. I'll cut the tree up for him, then at least we can get to the damaged shed. And yeah, then I'm thinking, because that tractor hasn't actually been hit by the shed somehow, I don't know how it hasn't, same with the powered scythe, I think we could probably just drive it out of there. So really, I think the only loss he's got here is, well, the shed and the tree. The tree can be replanted. The shed is going to cost him a bit, a few £1,000s, but I'm hoping he has insurance. He should have insurance. I don't have insurance. I really should get insurance. Anyway, Dennis.
Oh, I told you. I think this is the end of Dennis.
Dennis, don't worry. I've had a look. The tractor's fine. I reckon you could just drive it out of there. I'll cut the trip. Have you got a chainsaw?
Oh, forget about the tractor. What about my hammer collection?
What, were they that valuable?
Of course they were valuable. Got them from a pound shop. They cost £1.
So you could just buy some more?
Ah. Well, I suppose I could buy some new ones.
You can indeed. You can buy some dead blow hammers. You can get some mallets.
I didn't say anything about mallets, Daggerwin. Hammers.
How foolish of me. I'll go and cut up the tree anyway. We can get that moved, and then we can assess the damage, hopefully get the tractor out of there, and, well, see if we can recover some of your hammers. Sometimes I just wonder if he is trying to pull my leg. I just don't always believe the things that he says. Anyway, let's get this chainsaw fired up. Seems like a pretty good chainsaw, actually. Right, I think let's just cut some of these off to begin with. He's got plenty of firewood anyway. Good for this one here. And this one here. In fact, what I'll do is I'll just go along, cutting all the larger branches off, then we can hopefully just get to the main trunk and sort out what we want to keep. It is a substantial tree. I'm amazed it's gone over. I don't know if it's got anything to do with the shed. Maybe when the tree went over, actually, the roots pulled against the shed and knocked it over that way. It is interesting it went that way, though, instead of that way, but anyway. These things happen. Nature. Incredible. Right, anyway, yeah, I'll continue. I'll just keep chopping all this up. Okay, so that is obviously a massive improvement, and it really does show you the scale of all of this, but I think Dennis could quite easily get a new shed put up. It was obviously going to cost him, which he's not going to like. He really hates spending the money, but he's going to benefit from a new shed. So I think we're now at a stage where we can try and get this stuff out of here. I think it's going to be quite easy, actually. Let's just jump onto it. I don't think it's contacted it at all. It's just literally... it probably went slowly, actually. It probably just slowly buckled and collapsed that way. He hasn't even had his tractor damaged. I think that's incredible. For it to be in a shed which has collapsed and have no contact, no damage, that is impressive. Wow, that is a heavy tree. Oak, I think, is it? There we go. Okay. So that's the first machine rescued. Second is the scythe. And once again, absolutely no damage at all. He has done very well. So that just leaves, yeah, this is his workshop corner. He has lost some things, and other things have been knocked over. Like, that's just basically, in fact, that could be propping up the roof, potentially. The way it's just hit that cabinet. And the bales are fine, so Amazing. Right, I'm going to go and speak to Dennis, see if we can sort out what we're actually doing here. I would say the best thing to do is to get this clear to the side, just over here or something, and then, well, he's going to have to get his insurance people out and just assess the damage. But really, it could have been worse. It's not good, but it could have been worse. Somebody could have been in there. I wish he would move his pickup. He puts it in a really bad place.
Well, I heard you chainsawing. How about the damage?
It's, well, the shed is probably going to have to be replaced, but yeah, the tree, I've cut it up. What do you want me to do with all the log?
Well, I don't want it. Take it if you want.
Okay, yeah, I will do. Thanks, Dennis. You can never have too much firewood, but I'm taking it you have insurance. You're going to have to get your insurance people out.
Oh, don't worry, Daggerwin. I'll see to that.
Right, okay, so it seems that everything is in order. Yeah, let's go into it. In fact, what I'll do is I'll take the gator up there. I'm not going to get much into it, but what I'll do is I'll go back to my farm, grab the tractor and trailer and the front loader, and I think we can probably load the rest of it into the trailer. Then we can take it home, or we could, if it's good enough, take it to a sawmill. I really don't know how much money's worth there would be there, but should I really sell it if Dennis has given it to me? Although, yeah, from the way he said that, he really doesn't care about it anyway, so if I'm dealing with it, I suppose, yeah, I can do whatever I want. If we can get a bit of money. Then again, I don't know where the nearest sawmill is. I'll probably just keep it as firewood. I'll get the first few pieces in the back of the gator to begin with. And then, yeah, the main trunk, I'll have to pick up with the tractor. His little Ferguson didn't have the power. And yes, it doesn't really matter if it sticks out a bit, just as long as it's not dangerous. Just pile as many as possible into there. That's good. Okay, so yeah, obviously quite heavy, quite a lot of weight on the back, but that's all the smaller pieces tidied up, just leaving the main trunk. So let's head off, and I should probably put those in the shed. I'll do that in a minute when we return. This gator really does give a good ride. It's so smooth. I think with weight in the back as well, it improves the comfort. I don't know why, but it does. It just seems much, much smoother. I think I'm going to probably leave them in the back of the gator for now. I can sort them out later. Tomorrow I'm very busy. The reason why is because I'm going to be doing my final cut of the grass field. And I'm actually going to I'm hoping to create a silage pit. We're going to clamp it instead of doing the bales. I don't know exactly where it's going to be, but somewhere around the yard. So obviously we don't have a proper pit, but I'm hoping we can make something out of various things that we can find. Ooh, the little gator is starting to struggle. This is my foot to the floor. We are still keeping up with the car in front, but yeah, it's definitely feeling the strain. Such a great machine. Because that is quite a bit of weight. Right, here we are. Back at the farm. I'll put this just in the driveway. Just put it in here. There we go. Right. Very well done. So, the Renault tractor I think is going to be the one of choice because we've got the front loader attached. Ideally, I would take both. Although actually I need to take his Massey Ferguson back, don't I? Can you imagine if I had taken it back yesterday and it was in the shed? That would have definitely been squashed. The cab would have sustained damage. Right, okay, so maybe I'll keep it here for now. I'll take it back to him though. Eventually. He doesn't use it. I will just put it over here out of the way. Should be fine. But yeah, if you're interested in seeing the amount of grass which we have growing, it's not bad. Good crop again. So that means we're going to have 3 cuts in total this year, which is really what I'm looking for because we only do have the one grass field. This is going to be cultivated in the next few days as well. And I think I'm going to be doing Dennis's field. He did say, the last thing he said to me was he was going to try and sort out a new tractor or something. but obviously this has happened since, so I don't know if that's going to be still happening. I will just wait until he says something to me. We're ready to go. I've got the rear weight on the pallet fork. The trailer is here. So, yes, I'm hoping we can get it all into that one trailer. The biggest issue is going to be the weight of it, but then again we can just cut it up in smaller pieces. Just takes a while to go through with the chainsaw. Dennis, unfortunately, has the biggest problem, although I guess I could say, I could be mean, couldn't I? But I'm not going to be mean. But you could say, fortunately, he has it because we don't have it. But yeah, that's not who we are. Dennis has the unfortunate problem. We had the very unfortunate problem before, but Dennis came to help, so I'm going to help him. There's no reason why we shouldn't help him. Now this tractor is going to need a service. I'm going to probably buy the filters and the oil and stuff today, if I can do. I'll probably go over to the dealership and buy them. I don't know if they have them in stock. If they don't, then again we'll have to wait for them to order them in. But I'm going to do it myself. It just ends up being way cheaper. Much cheaper. But it's been a while since this tractor was last done, and it hadn't even been done when I bought it, I don't think. Or had it? I get mixed up between the Ford and the Renault. I can't remember. It might have been. Possibly. But it's done a lot of work for me. Okay, so what I'm going to do is get it all set up. I'll just put this over here for now. Just park the trailer straight across so I can quite easily load it. Make sure I can still get the tractor through. There we go. And obviously the weight needs to go on the back. I'll just put this out of the way along with the scythe, which is just over there. And yeah, we're just going to get this all done. So it should really be quite a fast job. It's just going to mean chopping it up into several pieces. It's a shame we don't have a grapple. I'm going to be battling with a pallet fork. But even so, it doesn't really matter too much. There's no rush. Some seriously big chunks here. It'll take a while to cut. It's funny, you don't really take note of trees until they fall down. I didn't even know, I didn't acknowledge there was a tree there, but obviously there was. That's the majority of it all done. There are a few pieces left which I can do by hand, but there's some serious weight there. It's a very heavy tree. Very heavy. But yeah, it's a good trailer. All fits in there quite nicely. So I'm just going to finish off here, and then we can take it away. I'll look into anyone who might buy them. I had to cut the tree off there because it's actually still rooted. It's sort of fallen over, but the root is still partially in the ground, so I couldn't get out with the tractor. It's going to have a stump grinder. But it shouldn't be in the way too much. It's fine. This is it from the other side, and as you can quite clearly see, it was all growing out of the hedge. There was nothing in the field here. Is this his field? I think it is. Maybe it's not. I really do lose track of what he owns. Final few pieces. Got a big branch here. Throw that into the trailer if I can reach. There we go. And yeah, just a very small piece there. So obviously I can't strap them or anything. I don't need ratchet straps for that, but that is everything finished off here. So now he can put his claim in and see if he can get some money from insurance. Hopefully he can. It's actually quite an old shed anyway. Right, let's just close this barn up for him. There we go. I'll reattach to that and we'll head off. Well, I've just looked at my phone, and it's actually, the sawmill is right next door to where I went yesterday to sell the premium potatoes, the washed potatoes. So I think I must have even mentioned it. I definitely remember seeing it, come to think of it. So I'm going to go there, just see if they will buy this wood, because I don't really need that much wood. What I've got in the gator is plenty for firewood. And yeah, on the way I'll also pop by the dealership and order some filters and some oil. The order is in. I just dropped by here to take the weight off the pallet fork, and also to walk over to the dealership. So yes, I do indeed have some filters and oil coming tomorrow. It's going to be ready to pick up tomorrow, so I will hopefully get it done, because I'm going to have to use the tractor for mowing, and we're going to have to use something else for picking up the grass. So yeah, it'll be good. The Ford also needs work. The Ford needs a respray. So I've got loads of tractor maintenance, and I now do have the money, which is nice. I heard as well from Dennis that the people who are interested in buying Peter's farm have dropped out. So currently, still nobody buying his farm. So I don't know what happened, I don't know why they dropped out, but yeah, still very much for sale. We're almost there. A few puddles on the road. Still drying up after the big storm. But it's absolutely lovely day today. Right, okay. So this is the place. I think it's the first one on the right. Yep, that's the one. So I've gone to speak to them, make sure that they are happy to buy this, because it isn't exactly straight wood. See what they think. Yep, they're very happy to have it. £2,500 that I got for that. But I'm thinking, this was Dennis's. Dennis has had quite a problem there, a big issue. So should I give that money to Dennis? Should Daggerwin give the money to Dennis? You decide.